Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Al and I'm a retired sergeant, canine handler, and state trooper in Ohio. The purpose of the channel is to give you context and real world American law enforcement encounters. And today I'd like to talk a bit about sovereign citizens and the movement and show you an example of a law enforcement encounter with one, and then an example of a courtroom setting example with a sovereign, what's called a sovereign citizen. So I'm first going to show you the video of the stop that occurred in Edgewater, Florida. I'm not sure of the date here. I'm not sure of the date, but it may pop up on the video. And then also there's some copyrighted music that is playing on the radio of the motorcyclist that's stopped by this police officer. So I'm going to have to mute that part of it so I don't get a strike from YouTube. So without any delay, let me go ahead and play the video for you. There's the date, July the 30th, 2024.
Let me turn this on because I'm native, so I'm going to record all this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need your driver's license, registration, and proof of insurance.
Why do you need my driver's license? First of all, why are you pulling me over?
Nope. I need your driver's license, your registration,
Hold on, we're going to
and
do
your
this
proof of
again.
insurance.
I study law,
Okay.
and I'm not a dummy, and I know everybody down at that office.
You got about 2 seconds to give me your information, or you're going to go to jail. It's as simple as that.
Oh, wait, hold on. I want you to repeat that.
2 seconds.
I got 2 seconds, or I'm going to go to jail.
Yep. I need your driver's license, your registration, and your proof of insurance, or you're going to go into handcuffs, and you're going to go to jail.
You know that's illegal?
It is not.
It actually is. It actually is. Can you call your supervisor? Call your supervisor down here.
Nope.
No, you will call your supervisor down here.
Nope.
I know my law.
You don't want to give me your
rights.
stuff?
You cannot touch me.
Okay.
No, you cannot touch
Give
me.
me your stuff.
Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor. Why are you cuffing me? What the hell are you doing? What are you doing to me, bro? What the fuck? I've had neck surgery.
I don't care, dude.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god, bro. Oh my fucking god. Call Mayor Diesel and call your supervisor right now. You are 100%
X-ray 12 seconds.
absolutely wrong for what you just did to me. I'm gonna file
Don't you care?
suit.
You can slow everybody down.
I'm gonna file suit. Call your
You can change the
supervisor.
address to Jane and Lips.
Call your supervisor. You just committed a crime.
Okay.
A felony.
Okay.
On.
All right. I've myself have encountered a couple of sovereign citizens in my career, and I had the benefit of having backup officers close by, and it's also, it gives you an opportunity to show more law enforcement officers there that could perhaps help you in diffusing the situation. But as you can see, this driver is not compliant at all. He's demanding to see a supervisor. A supervisor responded to the scene. He's refusing to give his information, and then also, I don't know if you caught it right off the bat, but he mentioned something about, no, I know how this works. You have to tell me why you stopped me first. I know my rights. To my knowledge, there's no right for a law enforcement officer to tell you up front why they stopped you. I've never heard of that right, and I was a law enforcement officer for 27 years. So basically all that needs to happen is a law enforcement officer, if they stop you for a traffic violation, they ask for your information, you provide the information that they ask for, they issue you a citation, with a court date for you to contest the charge if you wish, and the court information, and then that's how it goes. Now, out of courtesy, a law enforcement officer will tell you why they stopped you, but it's not necessary because it's written on the citation. So that's just my take on it. However, this guy is taking this to the 10th degree, demanding supervisors. And if you watch my first episode, there's no prerequisite to have a supervisor there before any enforcement action can take place. It's just not the way things work. This officer is within his rights and duty to take this driver into custody because he's failed to identify himself. He's given him lawful orders to do so. He's refusing to do that, and that's why he's under arrest. So he can, claim that he's going to sue, and he can sue him, whatever, but it would get tossed out of court because he's in the wrong here. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to play the video.
Fucking believable. You drew me. I've had neck surgery.
Yep, well, you shouldn't have been resisting me.
I didn't resist you. I asked you why'd you stop me. Wow, I'm going to sue the shit out of you.
Okay, good luck.
No, I will win. It's $100,000 for every violation. You are touching me without your supervisor present.
Yeah, because I'm doing my job, buddy.
No, it's not your job. You're actually violating my rights.
No, I'm not.
And on top of that, I'm Native American.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know you're not even allowed to touch me, bro?
That's not how it works.
You're a commercial entity. You're not even a freaking part of the fucking my land, dude. You're a commercial entity.
Okay.
That's one of the common arguments that sovereign citizens make is they make these distinctions that label law enforcement as commercial, and also that they're not drivers, they're travelers, which is an odd argument to make. So they have these unusual arguments that they make to justify what it is that they're doing. And I understand. I mean, it would be really convenient not to, have to pay taxes and, not have to register your vehicles, not have to get driver's licenses, not have to follow traffic laws. That's a lot of what these folks do is they state that they are free and they're not subject to the laws of the illegitimate American government. And that's what they view law enforcement as, an illegitimate law enforcement function.
Well, today you only got charged with resisting without violence. It's a misdemeanor, $500 bond. You pay $100, you're out. So I didn't even write you the tickets I could have. I just charged you with the one and we're calling it a day. And I'll be honest with you, if you'd have just gave me the stuff when I asked you, I wouldn't even wrote you a ticket and we would have been on our way. That'd have been it. I don't even write tickets, man. They're expensive. I don't care to write them.
So again, that was the example of that. And just to show you an example of what a sovereign citizen believes, and this is from the Wikipedia definition of sovereign citizen movement. The sovereign citizen movement is a loose group of anti-government activists, litigants, tax protesters, financial scammers, and conspiracy theorists based mainly in the United States. Sovereign citizens have their own pseudo-legal belief system based on misrepresentations of common law and claim to not be subject to any government statutes unless they consent to them. The movement appeared in the United States in the early 1970s and has since expanded to other countries. The similar Freemen on the land movement emerged during the 2000s in Canada before spreading to other Commonwealth countries such as Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. The FBI describes sovereign citizens as anti-government extremists who believe that even though they physically reside in this country, they are separate or sovereign from the United States. That's just their belief there. And when I encountered them, this is the reason that I would stop them, is because they would display these license plates on their vehicles that indicate that, or at least their claim is that they're not registered in any government, registration system. They're free people. Their license plate is private, and again, remember, I said that they don't drive; they travel. So that's one of the arguments that they make. I'm going to put a link to this definition of sovereign citizen. But as you can see here, American sovereign citizens claim that the United States federal government is illegitimate. Sovereign citizens outside of the U.S. hold similar beliefs about the government of their own countries. The movement can be traced back to American far-right groups such as the Posse Comitatus and the constitutionalist wing of the militia movement. While the sovereign citizen movement was originally associated with white supremacism, and anti-Semitism, it now attracts people of various ethnicities, including a significant number of African Americans. The latter sometimes belong to self-declared Moorish sects. And again, I'm going to put this definition up in the comments of this YouTube video, but and explain a little bit about what sovereign citizens believe and that they exist. And like I said, in my career, I only saw them a couple of times that I stopped them, a few times with other people that stopped them, and I would back those folks up or whatever. I've never had to take anybody into custody over it. They usually backed down when I made the threat to have to break their window because they didn't want to even open their window. They would hold up, documents to the window of their car. They stopped for me, but they didn't agree with anything that I was saying, and then they also didn't want to submit to any identification or whatever. But ultimately, they would relent when I would threaten to break their window, which is something that I would have to do. I'd get a supervisor out there to make sure I was okay to do it, and of course they were like, yeah, I mean, this guy's not going to identify himself or give you any form of identification or submit to the authority of law enforcement, then we're going to have to, and then take him to jail. But it never got to that point in my career, but obviously it happens. And I want to show you an example of a courtroom setting, and it's a lot different on the side of the road. When you have somebody stopped on a traffic stop, the limitations put on you as a law enforcement officer versus the limitations put on a judge. In a judge setting, courtroom, they're the rulers of that kingdom, and the courtroom is their kingdom. They rule that kingdom, and they have a lot of latitude to. If you're found in contempt of court, they can take you into custody, put you in jail, just for using foul language, not complying with what the judge is asking of the person in the courtroom. So there's, like I said, they have a lot more latitude than law enforcement officers have. We have to jump through a few more hoops, but in a courtroom setting, it's pretty much do as I tell you to do, or you're going to go to jail. And so let me go ahead and play this video. This is in Michigan, and this woman makes some ridiculous arguments to this judge, and you'll see how he handles it.
Next, we go to Centerville, Michigan for a preliminary hearing. 66-year-old Rosalind Keenan has been charged with resisting and obstructing a police officer and driving with a suspended license. The resisting and obstructing charge, a felony, is punishable by up to 2 years in prison, while driving with a suspended license, a misdemeanor, could land her in jail for an additional 93 days.
And again, like I said when I read the definition, they don't believe in government, so they don't believe in getting driver's licenses. And so oftentimes, and for the license plates, so they're driving around with vehicles that aren't registered. They don't believe that they need to register them. They don't have insurance. They don't have driver's licenses. They don't follow all of the rules and the laws that all of The rest of us do. So as soon as they get stopped, it turns into just a crap show of options that law enforcement has to deal with. They have to tow the car, possibly take the plates, depending on what they are, take them into custody, take them into jail. And that, granted, too, that's not something that I would typically want to do. I don't want to take people to jail, but when you're offered no options, then what do you do? So you're going to hear her argument here.
Keenan is free on $10,000 bond, and today she appears without an attorney before Judge Jeffrey Middleton to discuss next steps in the case.
Are you Rosalind Ray Keenan?
I'm here as sui juris in propria persona, Rosalind Ray family of Keenan, beneficiary.
Keenan appears to be making a sovereign citizen argument by refusing to identify herself to the judge.
I'm here under fraud, menace, and duress.
Judge Middleton checks in with the state prosecutor, David Marvin.
Mr. Marvin, is there a plea offer here?
What I would do is offer an attempt resisting and obstructing and dismiss count 2. And if there's no other incidents with law enforcement or any other reason to continue, I would dismiss this.
What would you like to do?
Are you asking me to take a plea?
I'm asking you if you're willing to accept the prosecutor's plea offer.
I don't understand that.
Mr. Marvin, let's just put
I'm not
on a
playing
plea.
games. I'm serious.
You are playing games, and first of all,
I'm
you don't.
trying to advance to
all right,
what
stop.
I'm here.
You don't interrupt the judge, whether you're a flat earther or not.
I'm not flat earth. So
All right, well, this crazy stuff you're saying, I've got very little patience for it. You don't have an attorney, which concerns me because these charges could result in your incarceration.
May I ask what jurisdiction? Is this civil or criminal?
This is a criminal case, which points out the fact that you could use a lawyer if you can't tell the difference between a civil and a criminal case.
I have to know the jurisdiction this court is operating under.
Stop.
Sixth Amendment grants me the right to know the jurisdiction being applied.
All right, stop. If you interrupt me one more time, I'm going to find you in contempt and you're going to go to jail.
Objection, please.
All right, I find it.
Yeah, he keeps on warning her, and like I said, that's their kingdom, and you don't interrupt a judge when they're speaking, and she's going to pay a price for that.
You're in contempt. You're
I do
going
not
to jail.
I'm simply
This matter
trying
is
to
adjourned until
exercise
tomorrow
my
at
Sixth
3
Amendment
o'clock.
rights, please.
So you can think about
And
it
we can go
overnight in
forward with
jail.
this right now, please.
No, you're going to
I do
jail
not
for
wish to be
24
in
hours.
contempt.
I know you don't wish to go to jail, but you certainly
I will
earned it.
continue with this if you please let me finish.
We'll talk about it tomorrow, and you will be more respectful to the court.
I
You
can
will speak-
provide the
You will not
citation.
interrupt the court. Your citations are meaningless.
I'm sorry I
So you
interrupted
can
you.
go
If you wanna
with the
continue-
officer. I don't want to argue about it. Take
I'm
her
not
out of here. We
arguing.
will address this tomorrow at 3 o'clock.
The next day, after spending a night in jail, Keenan returns to court, but with a very different demeanor.
Would you like me to appoint an attorney for you?
Yes,
All right, I'm going to appoint an attorney.
thank you.
Keenan was released from jail, and Judge Middleton scheduled a follow-up hearing. The case is pending.
So again, judges don't want to throw people in jail either. I mean, they're taxpayers. She's probably not a taxpayer, but they don't want to throw the citizens that vote for them into jail. Typically, however, there are occasions when they're forced to, and so that's, I guess, a good example of a situation where he was forced to throw her into jail, and then she changed her tune when she got out because she knew, I think she figured out that he wasn't going to play her games. And a lot of times they make these ridiculous arguments, and sometimes police officers are just like, you know what, get out of here. It's not worth me having to spend 3 or 4 hours with you, take you to jail and process you and then have to take you down to court, There were times, though, in my career where if I encountered them, I kind of looked forward to the opportunity to take them straight to court from the traffic stop, because I wanted to see what would happen if they tried that same BS with me or that same BS with them that they tried with me. So I never got that opportunity, but I do know that, you know, the judges don't play these games. So so that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you found it educational. I hope it brought value to you, and that you enjoyed it. And we will see you on the next one. Please like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.